And what is going on, good people? We're back here working on a weekend like usual. Of course, we're always working on a weekday. It is ISG, the intersection of sports and gaming, ISG College Football. And we're powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3, folks. We're the only show that combines traditional sports and gaming at the exact same time. We're talking the latest in the world of CFP, college football. It is week 13. One more week to go before we find out who makes it to the college football playoff. As we come to you here on the platforms of NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network, ISG, the intersection of sports and gaming, ISG College Football, powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. All right, we'll come inside here, folks. Larry Ridley of CBS Sports, ISG Football, ISG College Football, and, of course, ISG Basketball towards the end of the week. Good to be back here, folks. Once again, talking the latest in the world of college football. Like I said, it is week number 13. Just 1 week left to go in the college football season. Got that third week of rankings in the college football playoff that came out this week. We'll talk about all of the latest that and on that as we also talk about the biggest game of the week. It is Fight On, USC and number 7 Oregon. We'll show you that, and that will be the featured matchup here on the ISG College Football as we come to you on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and in the Black Network. Shout out to good folks right here. You can see the big bright tanks behind me, and you see that symbol right there, that logo. Welcome to HIRES. We are definitely in New Jersey. 902 Brewing Company, 101 Pacific Avenue here in Jersey City. Very festive. The holidays are fast approaching here. They're getting set for a big Toys for Tots event hosted by 902 Brewing Company on Thursday, 5 to 10 p.m. Eastern. They'll have some vendors giving away some toys, so make sure you bring your toys here as well. Giving away tickets for Yankees and other things like that, so it should be a great time here. 902 Brewing Company, the craft brewery here in JC, producing those ales and lagers. Got about 20 different varieties of ales and lagers. Big bright tanks, got the fermenters you can see right there. That's where the magic happens. Handcrafted beers in the best atmosphere. Curated good times made right here in Jersey City. Got the spacious tap room. They host a variety of events. We just talked about one of them. Also have the beautiful rooftop upstairs overlooking Lower Manhattan and the World Trade Center. Shout out to Don and good folks here at 902 Brewing Company. Online, 902brewing.com. All right, let me go ahead and bring in the co-host for the day. We talked the latest in the world of college football. To the left of me, there he is. Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee volunteer, starting quarterback, also played in the NFL with the Broncos and the Cardinals, and the UFL's San Antonio Brahmas. Green 80. Green 80. 52's the mic. 52's the mic. Kill, kill, kill. Alert. Alert. Roger. Roger. Liz. Liz. Blue 80. Blue 80. Wednesday.
Delay a game. You did all that.
Yo,
you just lost.
I gotta start being the ref, just in the back.
No one's ever cut me off like that. No one.
In a couple of weeks, I'm just gonna get a clock right behind me, just dwindling down as soon as you start your cadence.
JG, no one's ever cut me off mid cadence like that. Usually they just let me go along, and then they'll tell me once he cut me off.
That was good. He was ready to throw the yellow flag. I got to get a yellow flag, too. Just throw it right at the screen.
He threw the yellow flag and the red flag. It's like, I want to replay this.
We might have to challenge it.
We got to challenge this. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Cannot complain.
All right, yeah, so we got Jarrett Guarantano to the left of me. To the right of me, this guy over here, that is Derwin Worrell, former sportscaster of WPRI up in Little Rhodey, Providence, Rhode Island. Dagwood, man, you made history, dude. You literally cut me off. That was pretty cool, man.
You're going too long, man. You got a shot, a play clock that's running down, man. You got to get it in and call the play.
I got to make my audibles, man. 52's the mic. They were moving around, man. It went from cover 2 to cover 4. I got to figure it out, man. What's the middle of the field? Is it open or closed? I got to figure these things out.
Yeah, you got to hurry up, though. You ain't got all day.
That is true. You know what? They cut the play clock off in like 15 seconds, too, so I was just making stuff up at that point. Oh, man. You guys ready to get this thing started? Talk the latest in CFP, man. Week number 13.
Yes,
absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Let's take a look at the rundown here, folks. We come to you here from 902 Brewing Company in Jersey City. ISG College Football, powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located on Route 3 in Clifton, New Jersey. Shout out to the folks here as we come to you on the platforms of NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. Virginia Tech. Yes. VaTech. Hiring Coach James Franklin. We'll talk about that, and we'll hear from the head honking those castrated turkeys. There's a report out there, man. He is not a turkey. He is a wanted man right now. Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin, they apparently reportedly have given him a deadline. We'll talk about that. Coach Prime, he says, Colorado, hang in there. Give me some time. But, quote, unquote, you do have the right man. We'll talk about that. We'll hear from Coach Prime. The former last chance you coach, John Beam, shot and killed last week here. We'll talk about that, some of the contributions that he's made here. Probably seen the Netflix documentary there, Last Chance You, with the head coach and the athletic director at Laney College out there in the Bay Area in Oakland, John Beam. Also talk about the Texas State Troop. Remember that? Bumped into those South Carolina players down and Texas A&M. We got to show you that video. That is wild there. We'll take you down to Texas and get you the latest there. And also the biggest matchup of the week, number 15 USC at number 7 Oregon. That is a Big Ten matchup, if you can believe that. Used to be an old Pac-12 rivalry there. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the rules here. We got a couple of Madden players, college football players playing the latest and play for cash and prizes. They play EA Sports College Football 26 on the Heisman mode, competitive game style, hit-to-head current rosters. We like to call those regs or regular teams, all 136 Division 1A teams, FBS, Football Bowl subdivision, 4-minute quarters, King of the Hill format. You win, you do stay on the sticks. How about the prizes? All about that money. And it is $50 guaranteed. The winner gets 40. Runner-up runs out this piece with $10 in cash. If you win 4 straight weeks, and folks, it does get progressively harder. You do win an NCAA licensed zip chair. Folks, go to zipchair.com. They literally make the best gaming chairs in the world. And they also make more than gaming chairs, guys. They make gaming desks, sofas, stools, you name it. Got all the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL, MLS, and also these NCAA teams. And also, if you have any custom pieces, they can definitely get that done for you. Shout out to Tina Altadonna, the marketing lady. They've been rocking with us for about a half dozen years here. They're located on Strong Island. Check them out online, zipchair.com. Also, if you do win your first zip chair, those first 4 weeks, you get an official ISG t-shirt. Check out the shop there. We got hoodies as well. T-shirts $29.99. Hoodies going for $59.99. Check them out there, theisgshow.com/shop. All right, how about the matchup here? These two young men playing for cash and prizes, playing the EA Sports College Football 26, the matchup of the week, the biggest game of the week. Only 2 ranked matchups in college football in week 13. This one here, the Big Ten, USC versus Oregon, WhereIsChandler playing with the Trojans, JustZyrell playing with the Ducks. All right, the profiles here. We'll start first with the young man, the challenger. That would be Zyrell. Can I kick it? Yes, he can. Zyrell Revels from Columbus, Ohio, OHIO, 24 years of age. Works for the Columbus Crew. Shout out to him and the folks at Columbus Crew working in stadium operations. They were named Stadium Operations Team or Franchise of the Year, Club of the Year last year in Major League Soccer. How about the defending champ, our King of the Hill, WhereIsChandler? You're looking for him. Damn it, he's right here. Chandler Cooks, Dalworth there in the Metroplex, age 22, a college student, currently working on that degree. It's going to be working for ISG Media here very soon with the graphic arts, multiple ISG college football playoff appearances, and right now, he is the man with the belt standing at the top of the mountain, our current King of the Hill. How about the standings here? Presented to you by Molly Pop Grapes, the Molly Pop Picks, mollypopgrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Molly Pop Grapes taking the world by sweet store with that pink bag promise. Folks, see that pink bag in your local grocery store. You got to understand something. You're getting high quality produce, folks. I'm talking about 20 different varieties of grapes here and also pressed juices online. Check them out online, mollypopgrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Larry Ridley, sweet record there. Jarrett, Guarantano, less losses. That's a very sweet record. There you can see the standings there. Let's go ahead and bring everybody back in. Let's go ahead and get these picks real quickly as we start here on NESN Nation of the Sports Channel Player Studio in the Black Network. We'll start with Dak Wood, who would be Derwin Worrell, former sportscaster WPRI television up in Providence, Rhode Island. Who you got? You got fight on, or are you going fighting quacks?
I think I'm going to go with the Ducks. Quack, quack. Aflac Duck, Oregon Duck. I'm going with the Ducks.
Aflac Duck, Oregon Duck. Ducks taking it all the way through, running through the tape there. All right, JJ, who you got? You got USC or you got Oregon? Remember, the game is at outside.
Tough one. Chandler versus Zyrell. They usually have really good football games. They usually score a lot of points. It's going to be a high-scoring one. I'm going to go Chandler. He's been playing a lot better in recent weeks, and I think he has the upward edge in this one.
Okay, you see Chandler. He's got on the bonnet. That means he's ready to do business here. Look, I'm going to take Zyrell only because he's the home team. All right? He is playing at Oregon. I think they have a slightly better roster, and I like Dan Lanning, a former SEC guy. Give me Zyrell because I've asked the question, can I kick it? Of course I can. And Zyrell can, playing with those working there with the Columbus Crew. So give me Zyrell playing with Oregon at Autzen. But my guy, Chandler, he's going to be tough to deal with playing with USC fight on. All right, guys, let's go ahead and lock it up, man. Chandler playing with USC. Zyrell playing with Oregon. This is a Big Ten matchup. coming to you here on NESN Nation on Beating Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. ISG College Football here, powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. May the best man win. We'll talk to the winner at the conclusion of the game. Guys, let's go ahead and lock it up. Play it out right now. Let's do it. And that pregame show, folks, brought to you by good friends at Golf Zone Social. We just did last night for ISG football. 3 locations where Brooklyn at. You got BK, you got West Knock and Scarsdale. Sports Bar and Indoor Golf Lounge with 16 total bays. You got 15 bays in the one huge VIP suite. Got the simulators and the suites there. This is where golf literally meets social. The best indoor golf experience that you'll find. Indoor golf games, meaning unparalleled social engagement. You can play some 240 courses. It's a true experience, folks. You got all those golf courses there. And it's more than just an indoor golf lounge, man. We're talking about a bar, a sports bar, a lounge, and a restaurant all in one. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. All right, we're back here inside of Altitude Brewing Company, located in Jersey City, a craft brewery here, producing those ales and lagers, about 20 different varieties of ales and lagers. Here, Larry Ridley, CBS Sports, ISG College Football, week number 13, and we're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, coming to you here from 902 Brewing Company. Got my guys here, Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee volunteer starting quarterback to the right of me, also played in the NFL with the Broncos and Cardinals. To the right of him, at the very top, Derwin Worrell, former sportscaster, WPRI Television, up in Providence, Rhode Island. Middle of the screen, guys, we're the only show combining traditional sports and gaming at the exact same time. This game going on here, the top matchup in college football this weekend, USC and Oregon. Middle of the screen is Chandler playing with USC. He's our current king of the hill. He's our champion, the challenger. Bottom of the screen there, you can see JustZyrell playing with Oregon, and he's got the ball on the move here, and he's already down 8-0 to the king of the hill, playing with Oregon. He's got to get things going here, playing with the Dutch. All right, let's start at the very top, guys. Speaking of Oregon, talk about a team of the Big Ten. Another team of the Big Ten was Penn State. Their old coach, James Franklin, has a new job, folks. We talked about it here last week, that he was potentially going to get hired by Virginia Tech, and he was. Flew to Blacksburg on a PJ, that's private jet. 8 o'clock in the morning at the press conference, a Wednesday, down at Blacksburg at the basketball arena there for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Introduced as the new coach there. Virginia Tech putting a lot of money into the program. You're talking about $229 million. Hey, a team that's just 3-7 right now. His former defensive coordinator at Penn State and at Vanderbilt, Brent Pry, was just let go by those guys. So James Franklin getting that good money down there at Blacksburg. Here's James Franklin, the new head coach at Tech, talking about his experiences working in the SEC, ACC, and the Big Ten, and what he can bring there to Blacksburg to those castrated turkeys, the Hokies, at Tech. Here's James Franklin.
Got my first big break in the ACC. Been a head coach in the SEC, been a head coach in the Big Ten, and now obviously fortunate to have this unbelievable opportunity in the ACC at Virginia Tech. But all these experiences, all these lessons that I've learned, we're going to pour them into Virginia Tech. And I feel like it's going to put us in a really specific position to separate ourselves over a ton of different schools. There's very few head coaches that have had the experience in the SEC, in the Big Ten, and the ACC. And we're going to use all those experiences and resources for the betterment of Virginia Tech.
So that was James Franklin there, introduced Wednesday at Virginia Tech, man. Great fanfare. A lot of people loved him down there. Going to replace Brent Pry, like I said, was his former defensive coordinator at Penn State. Taking over a program, just won 3 games this past year, 3-7 with 2 more games left at Tech. Interesting situation down there. Like I said, $229 million going to be infused into the college athletics programs there at Tech over the next 4 years. A good program. ACC, kind of in the middle, maybe towards the bottom of the ACC. Easy schedule next year. JG, do you like this? I like this as well. Penn State eating up a lot of that buyout money. They don't have to pay $40 million of it now, only $9 million. So he's going to make a good coin there as well. It's a good situation for them, and it's all about alignment and commitment there. And those were the themes coming out of that press conference today. You like this down at Blacksburg?
I like this a lot for Virginia Tech's sake, right? I do think that James Franklin, his name, deserves another shot at another big university like a Florida or LSU, or even, some of the other names, Auburn, as such. But the fact that Virginia Tech was able to nail him down and make him the new head coach, I think this was an awesome opportunity for them. From the perspective of how Virginia Tech's been playing in recent years, not so hot, right? I typically, before with Frank Beamer and with the old Virginia Tech, they were usually a top team in that ACC, even further back when they were in the Big East.
I don't think it's won 10 games in about the last 9 or 10 years. So it's been about 2015, 16 since Frank Beamer left, For James Franklin,
I do believe this was a really nice spot because I do think that the ACC is wide open. Unlike where the SEC and Big Ten where there's a lot of competition and you never know. There's a lot of teams that have a lot of really good football players. I think the ACC is wide open. I don't think it's going to be easy road just because of the players that they have on roster currently. Obviously, we know the past couple of years they haven't been as successful. No winning records in the past, I believe, at minimally 4 years, especially since Brent Pry's been there. I do think he's a great head coach, just great coach, just wasn't able to kind of figure it out throughout along the ways. But I do think in these next couple of years, maybe it's 1 or 2, Virginia Tech might have a few down years, but I do think he gets them back to where Virginia Tech should be and on top of where the ACC. I don't know if they'll win the ACC, but I do think there will be a top 3 or 4 team in the ACC within a 2-3 year span.
Well, okay, that'd be pretty good there for the folks in Blacksburg. We just showed one of the schedules there for 2026, like VMI. I think they got Maryland out of conference, non-conference. Conference games are toughest games at Miami, I believe, and at Clemson. That'd be tough, but it's looking like 8-4 written all over it. I know they played Georgia Tech and some other folks, a couple other teams at home, but a good season for them next year. It'll be 7-5, 8-4. And then, like you said, 2026, 2027, now you need to be looking at 9-10 wins and challenging for a college football playoff spot. Derwin, I want to talk to you here. He says, I can't wait to walk out to Enter Sandman. He played perfectly to the crowd today. He actually came out to Enter Sandman into the basketball arena for that press conference there. Your thoughts here on James Franklin being the new head man there at Va Tech?
I love the pickup for Virginia Tech because it brings instant respectability. You got a former Penn State coach. Now he's coming to Virginia Tech. A great hire for them. And they only have 3 wins. They can only go up from here. And also with the portal, you can go from losers to winners just like that with that portal. It's just a matter of getting the right players in there. And it's going to help him as far as recruiting, his big name. He's going to get some more kids to come there. I think sky's the limit. The same, not almost to the same extent of what Deion Sanders did to Colorado. Him going there, and now is now a destination site. People wanted to go there to play. You're going to get some kids that might not have gone to Virginia Tech, but now Franklin's there. You might get some top recruits to come there.
All right, we'll see, man. I'm rooting for him, man. I really am, man. Like I said, next year I'm going to give him a pass on that. But at 2026, you definitely need to be knocking on 9 and 10 wins there. But it's impressive what they're doing down there in Blacksburg, man. Like I said, $230 million almost, man, that they're going to fuse into the program over the next handful of years. We'll see if they can keep up. Look, all they got to do is chase down Clemson, which, hell, they're about on the same level as Clemson right now. Clemson, 5-5, and they just got to win to get to 5-5. You got Miami, you got Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, they won't have Haynes King running around and, running 85 times a game. So maybe it's wide open. You guys are right there when you look at the Atlantic Coast Conference. So shout out to James Franklin. See if you can keep that magic going like he did at Vanderbilt and also early on at Penn State. All right, man, speaking of magic here, got a magical game going here. What's this? 5 touchdowns scored in the first quarter and 2-point conversions, 24-16. Fight on. Oregon showing some fight. Now they're down by 2 points now. This game is crazy here. Start of the second quarter. We'll watch that. You got Zyrell, bottom of the screen, just scored. Playing with Oregon, was sitting at that 2-point conversion there. Also, guys, that first quarter brought to you by good friends at El Aguila Dorado Restaurant, authentic Mexican restaurant, open 7 days a week in Bayonne, New Jersey, right there off of Broadway. Great food, great atmosphere, great affordable drinks, and folks, the libations are definitely flowing. Happy hour, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. I got those mariachi shows every other Tuesday. You will see it next Tuesday, man, Thanksgiving week. We're going to show you that. Because it seems like every time we go, the mariachi shows on the opposite or the following week. We're going to catch them this time. It's been a while, a few months since we showed the mariachi shows. DJs on the weekends, Latin nights on the weekends too. We got the beautiful patio, although it's cold. It's brick here in New Jersey and NYC. Shout out to them, though. Golden Eagle, it's landed right there in Bayonne, New Jersey, online, AguilaDoradoRestaurant.com. Welcome back here inside of Nato 2 Brewing Company, craft brewery here in Jersey City, producing those ales and lagers, about 20 different varieties of ales and lagers. Larry Ridley of CBS Sports ISG College Football. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. Week number 13 here, just one more week to go in college football. We're the only show, folks, combining traditional sports and gaming at the exact same time. Speaking of gaming, we got some gamers playing EA Sports College Football 26 for cash and prizes. The biggest matchup of the weekend, only 2 ranked matchups this weekend. The biggest one, I believe, in the Big Ten, USC at Oregon. Chandler, bottom of the screen there, playing with USC with the glasses on. He is on offense. He has a lead here, 26-22 over Zyrell, playing with Oregon and he is on defense. He is the challenger here playing this game here for cash and prizes. Got Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee volunteer starting quarterback. He's rolling with us as well. We talked to ladies in the world of college football. I can't keep up because every damn time there's a big play in this game. Holy cow. Derwin Worrell, former sportscaster, WPRI television, up in Providence. All right, guys, we're talking about coaches there. Got a new coach down in Blacksburg in the ACC. Let's go down to the SEC. Lane Kiffin, been at Ole Miss, I believe the last 6 years, 6 years there, in Oxford, Mississippi. Of course, 10-1 on the season. Got a bye week this week. Lane Kiffin and those guys, number 6 in the latest college football rankings. If they win against Mississippi State, they will definitely be in the college football playoff next Friday. That is Black Friday here. And that's a key date because there's a report out there that says that's the deadline. He's got to decide if he wants to stay in Oxford or is he going to go to LSU in Baton Rouge, where his family was earlier this week. Also in Gainesville. Also, family was there as well. It was like Sunday and Monday, back-to-back days. Family taking the private jet to go check out these places. Jarrett Guarantano. Now, Lane Kiffin does say it's not true. We do know what is true. His family's been sneaking around and snooping around down looking at schools. His son's a pretty good high school football player down in Baton Rouge and Gainesville, Jarrett. What do you make of this? Is he going to stay?
Doesn't Lane just love the drama?
No.
Doesn't he love the drama? Right. The only reason I don't think he's going to stay is because he hasn't completely turned it down and said, Ole Miss is the place for me and I'm staying. Right. If he did that, then I'd say, okay, I still probably wouldn't even trust Lane Kiffin because he could just turn at the snap of the fingers. Do I think that he should stay? Absolutely. I feel like this is his one point in his career that he's actually felt comfortable and there's a place that actually loves him for him and he's done a really exceptional job. But when you have opportunities like Florida, LSU, these big-time schools, I don't know how you turn them down, especially with that pedigree that they have there. Ole Miss now, the success that he's had there has just been unforeseen, and he continues to do it. I do think that he will continue to do it if he was to stay at Ole Miss, but he's just going to fly like the wind wherever he goes, and it's hard to turn down in LSU or Florida. Even though we just saw, who was it? Summerall just turned down an interview with Florida just recently. So there are some things going around.
Oh, I just read today that they're going to talk to him. Maybe he said no. Maybe he's changed his mind. I don't know.
Literally an hour ago, he just said, "I'm actually not going to do it."
Okay.
So
that's
maybe
the latest.
It wasn't him.
No. You're right. I saw something early this morning. You got the latest report. Thank you for that.
Maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was. Maybe they got confirmation from Lane or something like that. Even though I don't know how you do that, right? Ole Miss is going to be a college football playoff team. Why? This is just
best season they've had in like 50 or 60 years.
And it's crazy. Like as a recruit, you're a big time recruit thinking about going to Ole Miss. This is putting you in a jumble, right? Too. It's putting you right in the middle of something that you're like, what should I do? Should I be looking at other schools? Is he truly committed to Ole Miss? It's putting a lot of things not in sync by just him second guessing or him not having any clarity of the moment.
Yeah. Derwin, your thoughts here. Will he stay or will he go? And if he goes, where does he go?
Right now, I think he's in total control. I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, I just saw he had an offer like 6 years.
Yeah, there's nothing.
No, it was like 6-7 years, 80 something. It was like 13 and some change, making him the highest paid coach in football. That's what Ole Miss just offered him.
He's going to get a lot of money.
I mean,
that's Kirby's smart money. I think Kirby's making 13 and a half.
For the sake of his family, it's his right to entertain. You know, you've got an LSU, you got a Florida out there. You got people that might want your services. I know if you're an Ole Miss fan, it sucks, but he has to think about his family, and he's going to try to get the biggest bag. Would you blame him for leaving Ole Miss? I don't know.
No.
I'm not trying to hate on Mississippi.
Although the Grove is nice. The Grove is nice. Low key, the Grove is nice. When I'm talking about those co-eds, the Grove, take it from me, the Grove is really nice. Okay.
But Baton Rouge and Gaines,
that's a different animal.
Those places are so historical.
Yeah.
Right. And for his coaching career, he owes it to himself to at least listen to what they have to offer. I mean, he's doing great at Ole Miss. He's probably going to be in the playoffs. Would say if he wins the whole thing, I mean, sky's the limit for him. But
what if Mississippi State beats them?
Oof.
And right now, that would be my upset. That would be my Larry's lock right now. It sure would.
You know what?
That would make their season.
At the end of the day, he kind of controls everything. If he stays, they love him. If he goes, they're going to hate him. So, I mean, and even if he lose, they're gonna say, well, he wasn't focused. His mind was elsewhere. They're gonna be mad at him anyway. So he's got to focus, win the next game. But I don't blame him for entertaining, or his family's entertaining other options, because those other options are gonna lead to bigger and better things for his family and himself.
JG, I got to get your thoughts here. Reportedly, the ex-wife was the one on the private jet with the kids. Look at in Baton Rouge and Gainesville. That is some gangster stuff right there, man.
They have a really close relationship.
They do. They do.
I think if the wife doesn't live in the house, she lives very close nearby with the kids. So they're all in Oxford. So if they do move, this is a whole family trip. So if they were snooping around, if they weren't,
it's reported they were there.
It's hard for. How does he say no to Gainesville when she went there? That's her alma mater. Like that's somewhere that she'd probably love to be.
Well, remember they stayed in Oxford because of the daughter, right? Remember?
Because she wanted to.
Yeah, because she wanted to. So it depends on what the kids want as well. Now the son is, pretty good. He's a pretty decorated high school football player too. So I know they were looking at schools. That's what the report said. And I saw video of the private jet once in, like I said, it was Sunday, Monday, Baton Rouge and Gainesville. So
sounds like Gainesville.
Well, I mean, he was in Baton Rouge too. So, but you're right. I mean, with the wife, the ex-wife, I guess.
Ex-wife, yeah.
I think it's the ex-wife, right? I don't think they're married currently. I think she's technically ex-wife.
She's an influence.
Big time.
You think the ex-wife has influence over your money? You damn right she does. She's got your minion over that pocket. We'll keep an eye on Lane Kiffin, man. We'll see, man. Next Friday is going to be very interesting. He says once again on the Pat McAfee show, it is not true. We'll see. We're going to find out. We're definitely going to find out. As we're seeing here, got a good game. How about JustZyrell taking the lead here in the third quarter? The challenger, bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Playing with Oregon, just kicked it off. He's going to give up a kickoff return. Yeah, he does. The challenger.
Early on, USC, when you were doing your promo, he returned a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, I saw that. So I was like, how did he get up by 4? That made sense. How about the champion there, our king of the hill, Chandler, just with a long touchdown here for USC, up by 5 now, and it's going to stay 5, 40-35 here in the third quarter. All right, guys, that second quarter brought to you by our good friends at Mona Lisa Pizzeria, guys, located also in Bayonne, New Jersey, right down the road there, heading towards the bridge in Staten Island. Been around for some 25 years. The best pizzeria you'll find there in Bayonne, New Jersey, famous for their specialty pizzas, especially the buffalo chicken there. Mona Lisa also is unapologetically, folks, Italian, rich, hearty flavors of Italian cuisine. Got a full menu also, folks. Whether you're looking for Italian dinner or just a real quick lunch, they've got it all for you. A lot of options there. They got burgers, wraps, soup, salads, calzones, seafood, desserts, and more. Also got the Da Vinci room, also the beautiful side of the Da Vinci room on the other side there for your boutique-style catering and your luxury events. And check out the garden as well. Shout out to Chris and everybody there, Bayonne Mona Lisa, online, BayonneMonaLisa.com. We're back here inside of 902 Brewing Company. A craft brewery here in Jersey City, producing those ales and lagers, about 20 different varieties of ales and lagers. Shout out to Doug and the good folks here, Don and the good folks here. Italian-style Pilsner here, one of the new flavors. Got the sexy Dexing, got the throwing the darts. A lot of different brews and ales and lagers here at 902 Brewing Company. Larry Ridley, CBS Sports ISG College Football. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off the Route 3 there. We're coming to you on the platforms of NESN Nation, on being Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. We're the only show combining traditional sports and gaming at the exact same time. The gaming going on right now, the matchup in college football that everybody's going to be talking about this weekend, USC at Oregon. I got a challenger there, bottom right-hand corner of the screen. JustZyrell playing with Oregon. He is down by 5. The king of the hill, our champion, if you will, Chandler playing with USC. They're in the white uniforms. He's playing with USC. He's got a 5-point lead. I got Jarrett Guarantano below me here on the left-hand side. Former University of Tennessee volunteer starting quarterback. Also playing in the NFL with the Broncos and the Cardinals. At the right here, right below me is Derwin Worrell, former sportscaster, WPRI Television, the affiliate there. And wow, this game is sick. This game is sick. Derwin Worrell, former sportscaster, WPRI Television in Providence, Rhode Island. All right, guys, back to the college football. I guess we're talking coaches here. Once again, here the third topic we're talking about is Coach Prime. Now, look, had a really good start to his first season back in 2023. Of course, only won 4 games. Started the year 3-0. Last year, that's the breakthrough. get to a bowl game this year. Once again, struggling. I believe, JG, they're 3-7, just 3 wins this year, so they're going to finish with a losing record. No bowl game now in 2 out of 3 years. Rick George, the athletic director, brought him in from Jackson State, stepping down, going to hang around in the program, but effectively will not be the athletic director come summer of next year, 2026. So a new guy will be in those shoes there, being the director of athletics. Now, Coach Prime talked about it earlier this week. He's had some issues with health and some other things, not having his son and not having Travis Hunter as well. Coach Prime was asked about it earlier this week in Boulder about making adjustments and changes there in Boulder and what he sees going forward there with the Buffs. Here's Coach Prime. Take a listen.
I think God spread them out a little bit. they didn't hit me once. Now I think God, He allowed this. Like so. I'm please understand. If anybody is built for adversity, I am. If anybody is built for change, I am. If anybody is built to overcome situations and trial and tribulations, I am. You got the right man. I promise you do. And I'm going to prove that to you. I am. Just give me an opportunity and give me a little more time, and I'm going to prove that to you. I will. I promise you that.
That was Coach Prime there talking at a press conference earlier this week. Once again, the Colorado Buffaloes just 3-7 on the year. Second time in 3 years they will not go bowling here. Going to be without their AD, Rick George, so new man will be coming in. He talked about it. Look, guys, give me some time. Things will turn here in Colorado, there in Boulder. And he also says, I am the right man, and he firmly believes that. Derwin Worrell, do you believe that? Should he stay there in Colorado, knowing that a new athletic director is going to be coming there? He says he's looking and he's open to working with the new guy. How do you think it's going to play out for Deion Sanders there, years 4 and beyond there with CU?
I think he's definitely the right guy for the job, and I think he deserves the opportunity to kind of finish out his contract and see if he can turn this around.
Just got the new contract this year. Mm-hmm.
Well, when they're doing well, everybody's tuned in. The place is packed. You're not getting that from any other coach. Packing your stadium. He's given life to Boulder, Colorado. It's now a destination place. I still think it is a destination place. And with the portal, once again, if he can get the right guys in there through the portal and, continue to recruit, he can turn this thing around. But it's also going to start, with getting a quarterback. You don't realize how good Shedeur was until he's gone. And now trying to replace that one piece at quarterback, we got a quarterback right here with us today. The quarterback is the most important position, then offensive line. He's got to try to shore that up. But when Prime speaks, I listen. I believe that he can turn it around. Just got to give him the opportunity.
JG, you got confidence there with Coach Prime and sort of the challenges that he is facing and will face in the future there in Colorado?
I do believe in him. I also believe that he will be on a short lease next year, especially with a new AD. I mean, we've seen his records over the past 3 years, including this one, and only last year was the only positive record. They played really well last year. Outside of that, it hasn't been very positive. And it is tough to replace what he had. He had a Heisman Trophy winner. He had a really good quarterback that got drafted to the NFL. They're sitting there, and they tried to do what was right and go in the portal and get what was at that time one of the best transfer quarterbacks in the portal. They did. He hasn't really played as well. They also haven't found much of a rhythm from their wide receiver position. They also had a lot of really good weapons last year, wide receivers that are no longer with the team. They just weren't able to kind of live out to that talent. They weren't able to recruit that talent and get back to it. With that being said, they do have a freshman quarterback, Juju Lewis, who is a really top recruit, a really good player. I do believe that he will be very good next year for them. They have to go out and get a new offensive coordinator. They have to redesign that whole offensive line, continue to go recruit the transfer portal. But in terms of Deion Sanders, I do believe in him, and I do believe that he understands what it takes to be a really, really good college football team. Has he shown it per se? Not so much. He's had some ups and downs. But if he gets those players, he does make some changes to that coaching staff, I do think that they can turn it around.
So what does a turnaround look like there? I've sort of changed here. I've waffled a little bit, man. I was really excited when they were 3-0. Then I started seeing the schedule. I'm like, this is not going to last, and it didn't. They went, finished 4-8. So they went, 1-5 8
1 and 8.
the rest of the season. Yeah, they're last year won 7 or 8 games there. Actually 8 games, right? Because they were 8-1 at one point. They were talking college football playoff at one point when they were 8-2, still with an opportunity there. And now this year 3-7. It's almost like, all right, with no Shador, no Travis Hunter, what are they? Can they really get good recruits there? I think they can, but like you look at some of the coaching staff there, you know, with Shermer and those guys, he's got great coaches there. You know, got some former guys there that played in the NFL. I don't know, JG. Florida State, man. Florida State,
I think,
knocking on heaven's door, man.
I don't know, and I was thinking about this today. I don't know if Florida State is a place for him. Does he have as good of a track record in order to be the head coach of Florida State? Do I think that he could and he would recruit really well and have the best players and really make great staff? Yes. But how do they sit there and go after a coach that hasn't had tremendous success, right? Is that they're doing? Is that Prime's doing? I just, you know what I mean? I think that Florida State's another place where they can get a top candidate in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Would Deion Sanders be considered a top candidate judging off of his head coaching record?
I will say this. If Rick George was there, I don't think he would go anywhere because I think he's loyal to that guy. That guy plucked him out of Jackson State, gave him a 5-6 year deal, almost $30 million. So instantly paid him $5-6 million a year. Now got an extension on top of that. You know, Deion's making like almost $9 million a year. He's like top 10, top 10 to 12 right there. I think Josh Heupel's making like $9 million in Tennessee. That puts you in the top 10. I think if you're making $9 million, you're in the top 10. So look, they love him in Colorado. It seems like he loves it out there. He can fish. You know, he's got some outdoor activities as well. Derwin, what do you think? You think real quickly, last seconds here in about 10 seconds, you think he's long for Colorado? What I mean by that, at least another 3 to 5 years bare minimum?
I think he wants to be there, but I don't think it's going to be his call. When you have a new AD, he's going to be calling the shots, and there's no real relationship there right now. So it's not Deion's call. Deion doesn't, really, he doesn't need the job, but this is something he loves to do. He loves to be around the kids. He loves being that father figure. So it's going to be on the AD.
All right, we'll keep an eye on Deion Sanders. Like I said, 2 more games here, just 3 wins here during the 2025 season. But Deion definitely back next year, and we'll see about this new AD at the university there in Colorado. Speaking of universities here, got a couple of here, USC and Oregon. Wow, what a shootout. Oregon just took the lead, the challenger, JustZyrell. Less than 4 minutes to go here. We'll keep an eye on that. The third quarter brought to you by our good friends at Chubby Sports Bar and Grill, located also in New Jersey. Bayonne's favorite sports bar there. Great food, good vibes, and fun atmosphere. They all need a place to relax after work, right? So why not do it, folks, with a drink in your hand? We're talking about Bayonne's top-rated burgers. You got wings, dry rubbed, and sauce. You got grilled shrimp tacos, Mexican street corn, fried shrimp, salty pretzels, and seafood baskets open every single day of the week, except Mondays. So they're open Tuesday through Sunday, 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. And also, man, the day parties and the R&B nights on the weekends are very, very cool. Good vibes there. Shout out to Ed and the good folks there, man, at Chubby's in Bayonne. Check them out online, chubbybayonne.com. We're back here inside of 902 Brewing Company, located here in Jersey City, producing those ales and lagers. Larry Ridley, CBS Sports, ISG College Football. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. We talked the latest in the world of college football, week number 13. It is upon us. Also got a couple of gamers playing for cash and prizes, and this has been a shootout, the OK Corral. 49-48, the challenger at the bottom of the screen playing with Oregon. He is on defense. Can he get a stop and win this game? The champion, our king of the hill, Chandler, middle of the screen with the glasses there and the black bonnet, playing with USC near midfield, and he's actually across midfield, and he is driving here. Less than 2 minutes to play. It's a clock game here. Both guys pretty good here with 3 timeouts. Let's get back to the NFL topics, guys. We've got about 9 minutes to go here. Sad story here. We're talking about coaches. We're talking about the former coach, also the athletic director at Lane College. You probably know the name John Bean. Was shot and killed last week. He's the former coach at the Last Chance U. That is Laney College. You probably saw the documentary on Netflix during the pandemic in 2020. There's a guy that's given a lot of guys an opportunity there, some tough love and also some real good love there in the Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, Oakland, Alameda County area there, the Bay Area there. Was gunned down by a 27-year-old. I guess his name is Cedric Irving. He's got a court date coming up here December the 16th. No bail there as well. Citing a lot of mental health issues and challenges there. There's some talk, according to the San Francisco Chronicle and some other local stations there. He felt like Coach Beam was putting witchcraft on him. He's never played for Coach Beam, but he did play at the high school there at Skyline where Coach Beam coached, and also at Laney College as well, according to his brother. Your thoughts here? We'll start with you, Derwin. Very sad, tragic situation there in the Bay Area with John Beam being gunned down, shot in the head by this young man.
Sad, man. I hate hearing stories like this. It's just the violence in this country is just crazy, you know.
Gun violence is out of control, man.
You do good for people. You take care of people. You go out of your way to be a good human being, and then someone just comes along for just no reason and just, you know, takes your life away, and it's sickening. And my prayers go out to him and his family. It's just sad. This guy touched so many lives, was a positive influence on so many people, and he deserved better.
Yeah. JG, your thoughts here on John Beam, man. With The Last Chance U, I love that what they did with that Netflix series there. Had, I believe, 20-something guys in the NFL?
Yeah.
Here's the game-winning field goal as well, but go ahead, man. We'll see it.
Excruciating story, and you look at the impact that he's had on so many players, especially ones in JUCO that most of the time don't believe in themselves or don't have the backing from their families or their support system in order to make that next step in life that's needed. He was that person for a lot of people, and I mean, just the reasoning for why it happened makes it 1,000 times worse, right? It's just nothing that he did wrong. This was just a case scenario where somebody was sick and they did something that probably should have never happened, and now we don't have Coach Beam in our lives anymore. So it was very saddening. I'm praying for his family, for his ex-players, and all the people in the community.
Yeah, 66 years of age. Gone too soon. I did a lot of great work there in the Bay Area, man. All those years at Laney College and also at the high school, Skyline. I feel bad for those guys. I think it was back-to-back days of gun violence last week. It was a shooting at Skyline, and those students were at Laney College doing a tour and had to be locked down again on a campus for the second straight day. So once again, RIP to John Beam, 66 years of age, was the coach and athletic director at Laney College out there in Oakland, California. Once again, the suspect, Cedric Irvin, 27 years of age, is in custody, being charged with the homicide and murder of the former coach and athletic director. Got a court date coming up December 16th, no bail, and keep an eye on the mental health issues. Hopefully he gets some help that he needs. And right now, I think he's in a jail and getting some treatment, being isolated away in a place that can certainly try to help him with some of that. But we lost John Beam, former coach there at Laney College. All right, guys, real quickly, got about, I'll say 6 minutes here to go. I want to get your thoughts here. Let's show this video here. The ball game is over. Our champion, our king of the hill, does win it on a walk-off field goal with USC. Fight on. Speaking of fighting on, what the hell is this cop doing here? This is not a cop. He's a trooper. State trooper here at Texas. Texas A&M game against South Carolina. Nick Harbor scores a touchdown. And here comes the state trooper bumping in between. Sticks out both arms there. That's it. Okay. We've seen this before. All right. Okay. So it's like, okay, he's yelling at the guys as well. What the hell is he yelling about? Anyway, they did remove him from the game. I think he shouldn't be allowed to work at Texas A&M University ever again. Your thoughts here, Jarrett, when you saw this? I was like, what the hell was that about? And then he pointed out to me, he tried to give him that, get out of here, boy. As a black man, I had a lot of problems with that. I'm not going to get too much into it. That had my blood boiling because I know what the hell that looks like.
That was definitely blood boiling, and the finger point and the aggressiveness towards the shove, like it was intentional, right? It wasn't like something like he was like trying to sneak by them.
The kid on the left-hand side tried to give him a little space and let him in.
And he got wider and he abruptly went into them. What is crazier that it was the home team, right? This is a South Carolina police officer, state trooper, whatever he may be, at the University of South Carolina. This is
the game was in Bryan. It was in College Station. That's Texas A&M.
That was in College Station. Okay, so
it was in College Station. Yeah.
Well, that makes a little bit more sense. That maybe it's an away.
He was a Texas State Trooper because the Department of the department down there, the state troopers, they're the ones that called in or make the report that hey, he's been removed from the game.
Oh, I can't even tell because South Carolina has that same sort of
colors.
The colors, yeah.
Same colors too.
That was Kyle Field, home of the 12th man. Yes.
Oh, I ran out of both of them. I couldn't stand Kyle Field. Now I hate it even more. But it just looked so intentional, and it looked like there was something more behind it. And that's, like you said before, they just, as a black male, this didn't.
He's done it before. He's done it, but you know what he's done on the streets. Go ahead.
and it just doesn't feel right. And you could tell by the aggressiveness that he had in that shove that he was trying to be intentional, and he had some hatred, maybe he just hates South Carolina. Maybe he's a diehard Texas A&M fan. We'll ride out with that, but that was a tough watch.
Derwin, your thoughts here?
That's terrible. That was deliberate. He went out of his way to throw the elbow out there, to shove them, to say something. I honestly want to know what the state troopers. I know they removed him from the game. I think he should be suspended.
I think it's DPS, right? Department of Public Safety or whatever the hell it's called down there in Texas.
Something else needs to be done, and I'm surprised that Twitter or social media hasn't found out who this guy is by now and have his name out there, because we need to find out who he is.
Yeah.
Because he needs to be suspended for doing something like that. It's probably not the first time he's done that either.
Yeah, bad cops, man, bad trooper in this sense here. Like I said, he was removed from the game. He's not going to be working. I guess he didn't work anymore that game, but he's got to be gone for a while.
It's not enough.
And also, I want to start looking at his record. Who is he? I want to look at all of the arrests that he's made, because this is some pretty nasty, evil sort of behavior here, man. It's got a lot of racial undertones. I don't like it at all. Let's look into this, man. Get some good reporters down there in Texas, man. Where's Bryan, Texas? What is that, Waco area? I know we got some good friends down there in Dallas, Waco, Houston. Get some investigative reporters, some I-teams out there.
Yeah.
Find out more about this trooper, man, and hopefully he doesn't harm anybody and do anything else.
And just remember, these kids are still like 19, 20 years old. They're young.
Right. Even Nick looked back at him. Nick Harper looked at him back at him like, dude, what's your problem? What's up?
It's crazy.
This is crazy. All right, guys, we got a couple of minutes to go. That fourth quarter brought to you by our good friends at 902 Brewing Company right here. Craft Brewery and JC producing those ales and lagers, about 20 different varieties there. Got the big bright tanks and the fermenters. Curated good times made right here in Jersey City. Got the spacious tap room. They host a variety of events. Also got the beautiful rooftop overlooking downtown Manhattan, Lower Manhattan, and the World Trade Center. Check them out online, 902brewing.com. We're back here inside of 902 Brewing Company, a craft brewery here, producing those ales and lagers, about 20 different varieties of ales and lagers. You're literally listening to Sports ISG College Football, powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. We're talking the latest in the world of college football. Week number 13, we had a couple of gamers playing EA Sports College Football 26 for cash and prizes. The champion, playing with Oregon, got the win over the challenger. Well, actually, he was playing with USC over the challenger, playing with Oregon. And here we go, talking about the matchup of the week. Two ranked matchups in college football this weekend, one in the SEC, one in the Big Ten. Top 15 matchup here, number 15 USC and number 7 Oregon. Who do you like here, Derwin? You got Fight On or you got Quack Attack? In real life, not the EA Sports College Football 26 game.
Quack Attack didn't help me tonight, but they played well, though. It was a shootout. But I might just go with the home team in this one. Highly ranked team. The opportunity to make it to the playoffs. The crowd is going to be nuts. Everyone's going to have their eyes on this football game. I'm going to go with the home team. I'm sticking with the Ducks.
They don't lose very many games at Autzen out there, man. Of course, they lost one earlier this year, right? Because who got them? Indiana, IU did early this season. Who do you like, Jarrett? You got the Ducks or you got the Trojans?
I'm going to go with the Oregon Ducks.
You ain't gonna do it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go. I will say this though. USC is way more battle tested than Oregon. They've gone against, I think, 4 or 5 ranked opponents. They've gone against 3 ranked opponents right now, if you look at the schedule, and then the Nebraska team in which they beat by 4 points. I would go with USC if I didn't feel as strongly about Oregon's depth. I just think that they're going to win in the trenches, offensive line and defensive line wise, and they're also the home team here. Even if USC was the home team, we know the Coliseum is not really built for a lot of people. But I just think Oregon's just hitting their prime right now, and it's really good to be hot at the end of the season. So I'm going to go with the Ducks.
They're going to be Oregon as well. The game is in Autzen. Like I said, they don't lose very many games there out there in Eugene. So I'm going to take Oregon there, and they'll be the second team. You have 3 teams from the Big Ten in the college football playoff with Ohio State, Oregon, and, of course, IU up in Bloomington. All right, guys, the game is over. Let's go ahead and bring in the winner. Our king of the hill hangs on a walk-off field goal there. Chandler, what were you thinking, dude? You had 3 seconds left, and you took a snap and you dove forward. I'm thinking, like, bro, you only gained 2 yards. Like, was it worth it there? You got lucky, bro.
I didn't want to shank it. I'm going to be honest with you. I was trying to get it in the middle enough so where I could, because it was kicking, it was screaming, so I just tried to get it in the middle as best as I could. I seen 1 second, I was like, I got to call timeout quick and just kick it anyway. But I was thinking I gave up 49 points, and that wasn't what I wanted to do. I started off the game strong, but I gave up 49 points.
Hey,
so,
but
I'm never accepting what I took in the loss, what I got in the win. So we're going to go back to the drawing board and get ready for the gauntlet.
Well, but you know what? You scored 51, right? Because you had 48 and kicked the field goal. So you put up a 50, 52, whatever. You had a 50 piece there. So you're moving on. We'll see you next week. Guys, you want to be like Chandler, man. Join us now here. Ages 13 and up. You can play these games here, all online. You win cash and prizes in a weekly King of the Hill format. You win, you stay on the sticks. Join us now at theisgshow.com/CFB. Once again, theisgshow.com/CFB. Don't do it today, but do it tonight. Also got swag. Yes, official merchandise. The store is open. Free shipping on orders over $75. Get it now. theisgshow.com/shop. theisgshow.com/shop. We got t-shirts $29.99 and also hoodies for $59.99. Also, before we get out of here, guys, this post-game show brought to you by our good friends at Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. They invented, folks, deep dish pizza back in 1943. Got their identity and inspiration there from their origins there in the Chi, Chicago. Over 100 locations in some 20 states to serve more than just pizza. They got pasta, steak, seafood, burgers, and more. Got craft beers, great cocktails, and also vegetarian dishes as well. Check them out online, unos.com. Or before we get out of here, one last thing. Larry's Locks here. Take it to the bank. Get your mortgage, whatever you got between your cushions.
Don't do it.
Man, take it all, man. Get your EBT card, everything that you got. No, don't use the EBT card. You can't do that. Entertainment purposes only. Week 13, here are your picks. Mizzou at Oklahoma. I got MIZ, baby. It's an upset there. USC at Oregon. Give me the Ducks. Arkansas at Texas. Arkansas. Woo! Pig suey. We're calling the Hogs. I think we get an upset there. Yes, Jalen Green pulls it out. Tennessee at Florida for the first time since 2004. Jarrett Guarantano, I don't even know if I think he was on Similac at this time. Tennessee gets the win. Number 11, BYU at Cincinnati. Give me the fighting Travis Kelce's, the Bearcats there. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get out of here. For our King of the Hill, there he is, Chandler, playing with USC. We'll see him next week. There's my guy, Derwin Worrell. Kids call him Dackwood, former sportscaster, WPRI television in Little Rhodey in Providence. There's that Jarrett Guarantano, that young face there, former University of Tennessee volunteer starting quarterback, and also played in the NFL with the Broncos and Cardinals. I'm Larry Ridley, CBS Sports. Thanks for watching ISG College Football, week number 13. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. Enjoy the games, college football, 2 ranked matchups. We'll see you next week, folks. Bye-bye.